All right, guys, it is Tuesday, so we are back with the weekly challenge, and we are playing a non-best hand challenge for the first time ever. That means we could be dealt literally no points, or we could be dealt a two-club opener. We don't know. But the one thing we do know is we don't have that extra information that we usually will have in these situations where we have the best hand. This is more like Real Bridge. So let's jump right in. Notice we have an 11 count here. Usually we would know more about this hand because of the best hand component, but we don't have that, guys. We're not playing a best hand tournament. Our opponents could have huge hands, but we're just going to be normal. We're going to open a heart. Ooh, our partner bids a spade, and we just get to raise to two spades. Partner knows that's a 4-card raise because we have a support double available. So here we know we're dancing in spades, and our partner just bids 4 spades. And take a look. The opponents have bid diamonds pretty aggressively on this. We'll take a look at this auction one more time. So East originally overcalled 2 diamonds and West just raised. So in these situations, usually I would expect my opponents to have 6-card suits when they bid or when they overcall. But here partner raised and we see 3 diamonds in dummy and 2 in our hand. So if we assume that West has 3 diamonds, which their raise should signify, we should know that East has exactly 5 of them. Okay, so in this case, I mean, not necessarily going to provide us a huge amount of information right away, but certainly something that can be beneficial for us in the future. Now, they're leading a spade. Not too surprising here. They can see one of our best strategies, and honestly, the best strategy we're going to use is to maybe get rid of some of those clubs by roughing them in the dummy. However, we may have an even better way to deal with this. We may be able to draw trump and set up clubs, especially if they're dividing evenly. So we're going to kind of test that scenario right now. We're going to play the 8 of spades. We're going to win it in our hand. I'm actually going to rough a club first here. I'm going to play a low club to the king. I'm hoping these 2 survive. Okay, good. All right, and now I know I can rough high over here, so I'm not in any damage whatsoever. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to rough enough over here where I can pitch a loser from that north hand over there. Excuse me, from the south hand over here. The problem is now that they don't divide evenly, I'm going to have to rough 2 of those clubs. And trust me, I can still do that, and I'm going to, right? I'm going to set up that club in that hand, but the dream scenario isn't happening. The dream scenario is they divide evenly, and then we get to pitch some diamonds from dummy on the clubs down here, right? We get to pitch diamonds here, and then we get to rough some diamonds. Well, that's just not going to happen for us, unfortunately. But we do have one way to pitch a diamond over here, and that's the ace of hearts. And now we're just going to, for transportation purposes, trump a heart over in this hand. We're going to rough a club, setting up that last club. Oh, that's a very friendly rough by the opponent there, right? They didn't have to rough this. That seems to suggest that trumps are dividing evenly. Let's see. Yeah, they were dividing evenly, so it didn't really matter here. But notice now we're going to lose 2 diamonds, no matter what, folks. But that 9 of clubs is good, and now we have just 2 losers, and we have the rest of the tricks. So we're going to just go ahead and take those right now. Interesting way that they've decided to play this. The club suit dividing evenly might have provided 1 extra trick, but the best part of this scenario is we were able to delay drawing trumps just to some degree so that we could set up that club trick. And then when trumps divide evenly, it's just a lot easier, right? You have more ammunition and less to deal with here. So not too bad. We'll take it. Another game, too. I started this off by saying we're playing in these non-best hand tournaments. We've just played 3 games in a row, right? So I guess the north-south players are running good in these spots as well. Here, our partner opened 1 spade, and it's our choice. Make your bid, folks. I'm going to make mine very quickly. It's pretty simple here, folks. When you play 2 over 1 is game forcing. Just ask yourself over 1 spade, do you have a game forcing hand? And when the answer is no, you bid a no trump. Right? Even with this wacky shape, you're going to want to bid a no trump because this is a hand that certainly wants to take another call, and that's why we play the no trump is forcing, right? We want to get this hand off our chest. Unfortunately, our partner rebid diamonds. Now, if we bid a new suit here, we're supposed to have 6 cards in the suit. All right, so here, if I'm going to bid 2 hearts, I'm supposed to have 6, and the same if I bid 3 clubs. Both of those bids would be sign-offs, right? When I go through the no trump forcing, and then I bid a new suit for my side of the table, folks, that is a sign-off for all time. And all that's saying to partner is, hey, don't bid again. I want to play in this suit. So we have a real problem here. We would love to play hearts, to be honest, but we might just, by bidding hearts, be putting ourselves in the worst spot ever. Picture partner with a singleton heart and 5 spades and 4 diamonds, right? We do much better by playing in spades than we would by playing in hearts. And here, partner has volunteered the fact that they have spades and diamonds. However, remember, they could be balanced, right? They could have 5-3-3-2 because they would still have to bid a minor suit, and maybe it's right for us to bid a heart. So technically, and let me just make sure we're all clear on this, I would almost never do this without a 6-card suit. But I just think the quality of this suit is good enough, and a little bit of a gamble here to bid 2 hearts. And if partner maybe has extra spades, they bid 2 spades now, but here, okay. All right, good. We did okay. We bought really well here, and what I mean by that, folks, is this is not going to be too difficult to play. We're not really going to be worried about this club suit at all. We're going to take some losers in that suit. We want to draw trump here and run some spades. And if spades are dividing evenly, we're going to get rid of a whole bunch of losers and take a lot of tricks on this hand. They're giving us a free finesse on this opening lead, and I'm going to take it. I'm going to play the 10 of hearts, and here's what we get to see. We get to see this, but the problem is, good news, bad news, right? Now I don't have entries really to my hand outside of this suit. Because if I play a low heart to the queen, how do I get back to my hand? And what are they going to do in the interim? They're going to take a whole bunch of clubs, right? So I could play the ace of hearts and the 9 of hearts and hope that hearts are breaking evenly. All right, if they do that, and then spades behave in some sort of way where they're either also breaking evenly, excuse me, or the jack is falling. I'm coughing because I'm so uncomfortable with my statement. Like, oh yeah, like both suits are going to break 3-3. This is going to be fine, right? It's pretty hilarious. But here I've kind of backed myself into a corner. I guess the better play, if I think that lefty's not leading away from the jack of trumps, I could have played the queen of hearts and then just put the 10 on the table for a little bit of that. But then if I decide to duck that, I have the same exact problem, right? There's a real entry issue here. I don't know. If we play the queen of hearts and then we just take 3 spade tricks, I mean, we're going to make this sucker. That's the key. And we are playing imps. I don't know. All right, we're going to play the queen of hearts. Or, excuse me, we're going to play the ace of hearts. We're just going to hope that this suit's dividing evenly. And it is. Wow. So lucky. Now we're just going to play a low spade to the ace, the king. And let's play that jack, folks. Let's go. Yes. Wow, an embarrassment of riches, folks. Ridiculous, I know. Okay, so we'll take it. We're gonna take at least 10 tricks, maybe more if they mess this up. Are they gonna crunch an honor? Not enough honors. The jack is still out there. That's what happens when your suit is really ugly, right? So we'll surrender this trick to them there, and we will take one more. And that's 10 rippers. So I guess we didn't need to be that crazy. We could have just been a little more normal and taken the same number of tricks, or at least enough to make. All right, folks, we're back. Take a look. I almost started to play this hand. That's how excited I am to see this board in the next session. But we're not going to play it yet. But take a look, guys. This is where we're starting with tomorrow. Plan your play. It went 2 passes to you. You're in 3rd chair. What would you do here? And now let's just take a look at what we've accomplished today. A game and an almost game, right? 2 hearts making +2. I mean, that's the win of all time, having both those suits 3-3. We didn't predict it, but we hoped for it, and our wishes came true. I don't think the rest of the hands are going to be as simple as that. So we'll see what we do with this hand tomorrow. And don't forget, guys, there's if it's Wednesday, there's a bridge quiz going on. So join us at bridgelesson.com, and we will be always doing some work on that day for your mental reps and your overall bridge games. So if I don't see you in that class, guys, I'll see you back here tomorrow for this hand and another one. Take care, folks.